Stephanie. So we're gonna take you through the warm-up and the workout real quick. So since you kind of got like 3 different things going on, warm-up and workout's gonna be a little bit longer. Don't worry though, you'll be able to get through it. So what we're gonna do with the warm-up, it's going to be 3 sets of each exercise. So you're gonna move from the first exercise down to the second one, third, and fourth. So it's not gonna be 3 sets of the first exercise, then 3 sets of the second exercise. You're just gonna keep moving through them. So the first one is gonna be a fire hydrant with a 2-second hold at the top. So for that, you're gonna get down on your hands and knees. Make sure you're in a good tabletop position. Shoulders are just right over the wrist. You can put your feet like this or like this, whichever one, doesn't matter. And then you are going to stabilize your core a lot. You're gonna lift up your leg, hold 1, 2, and come back down. So make sure you're not turning out like that, like you're actually peeing on something. You don't want to arch your back because you don't want any roundness at all. So nice neutral spine. Hold 1, 2, back down. 1, 2, back down. You're gonna do each leg 20 times. So don't kill me. Then we're gonna move, it's called a TKE squeeze. I do not know what the TKE stands for, so do not ask me. I just know the exercise. And you can do this one, it doesn't have to be a super light band because you really want to start to feel it a little bit of a burn, like you're kind of, you're definitely activating that quad. But, so just kind of whatever band finds it. So you're going to put it just right above the armpit of your knee. You're going to put it right there. You're going to put your toe to your heel. You're going to bend your leg like this. Again, make sure you're nice and neutral spine. Don't want you bending over or leaning back. And then you're just going to press into your heel. And really, really squeeze that quad because we want to make sure you are activating that like isolated activation right here. Okay? Like that. Down. Okay? And if you want to, if you feel like just going through the movement's not enough, you can do about a 2 to 3 second hold with that. But you're gonna do 12 reps on each leg. So, then we're gonna move to single leg calf raises. If your ankles don't feel stable enough right off the bat to do them with both legs. I'd rather you be safe than sitting there trying to wobble around on a leg. We're gonna put foot up just a little bit. I would recommend holding onto the rig. Otherwise, if you're just doing a regular calf raise, your body's gonna go every which way to compromise. So we really want you perfectly straight. You can hold onto the rig, leg up, move up, down. And go through this slowly. We don't want it like that. We're not working out the calf. We want it nice and controlled. Make sure you're not moving this way and you're not leaning that way. We want you perfectly straight. Okay, so you're gonna do that 12 times on each calf. Then we're gonna do thoracic spine rotations. So we're gonna get back down on all fours, okay? Doesn't matter how your feet are sitting. But a nice tabletop position. You're gonna take your hand just kind of right to your ear a little bit, and you're gonna go down to where your elbow is. So you're gonna come here, make contact, and you want to open up as much as you can without like turning like this, looking like you're in a stripper pole. So, okay. Okay, so single leg banded lunges. I'm not gonna be in the way there. We're gonna do 10 reps on each leg. Kind of mess with the bands to see if you can do maybe like a medium band or a lighter band. Since you have some issues with your adductors already, try the lighter band first. You might not feel like it's working a whole lot, but after 3 sets and then the next day, you're gonna feel it, I promise. Okay, so you're gonna put your leg through the band, and again, just right above the armpit of the knee. If you're doing it like that, it's just gonna irritate your skin. So just right up there. Pull for a good distance because you want to feel like the band's pulling you out. You're going to step back. Ooh, if I can do it. Really stabilize this and down for a lunge. So while this is pulling you out, you need to use your adductors to pull it back in to match your toe. Okay? So I'll do it a couple more times. And for this, don't come back in line with your foot. If you get a little bit of a wider stance for your lunge, you're more stable and balanced, and you're not gonna be wobbling around on your leg. So 10 reps, each leg, single leg, banded, reverse lunge. Okay? Then we're gonna move to some core work. We're gonna do a side plank arch up. So that is going to be down here. You're gonna put whatever side is on the top, your leg is gonna go over it just a little bit, okay? Find a good sturdy position right here. You're gonna come down as far as you can. If your hip cannot touch the ground, that's fine. We can just work on more mobility later. So if you're only getting here, that's okay. So you're gonna go here, down, and back up. You're gonna come past just a little bit of where you were to start. Those are arch ups. Okay?
That looks hard.
It's very hard. And it will make you sweat to death. And then you'll wonder, why am I sweating to death? So 10 reps each side. Then we will move to banded crunch. Shoulder width apart. Come down here, pull it out. You're gonna be kneeling, okay? And do not sit back on your heels for this. You stay up, you stay activated. This is also for your core, so really engaging it. Don't let the band pull you out here, and don't start like this. Nice neutral spine, arms right at your head.
All core.
Okay?
Yeah.
You're going to do that 12 reps as well. Then, 30 second. Toes up, single leg stability hold. Take your shoes off so I can show you. All right, if you need to hold on to something for this, that's fine. Not everyone's ankles are super stable. Mine are normally not. But we're gonna try it without the rig right now. So, you're gonna stand just on one leg, and then you're just gonna pull your toes up. So what that's doing is that is working all of the muscles in here and really kind of making it hard for you to compensate around your ankle. So if you're normally walking out here or walking out there, this really limits you. You have to pull from your stabilizers. So 30 seconds, toes up, as far as you can get them. Again, you can hold the rig if you need to. Once you feel like you're comfortable with doing that on both sides, close your eyes and do it. That's going to be the true testament if your ankles are stable.
And I do it a little more on one side than the other. So the one, would you say, like the one that's less stable?
So the one that feels like it buckles or you need more stability there, I mean, maybe do 45 seconds, and then 30 on the other. Something like that. Then, also for ankle stability, we're going to do inverted and everted band pulls with your foot. And I would use the lighter band for this, especially if your ankles are already not the most stable. Okay? So, inverted. Here, just gonna pull. Don't move your leg to pull it, just your foot. Okay? Yeah, boy. This one you're gonna have to move just a little bit on because it's, unless It's very hard. Just as much as you can. Okay. And you're doing that for 8 reps each foot. Okay?
All right, Stephanie, it's time for some recovery. So we're gonna do some muscle floss. So I'm going to text you and make sure you have some of this. If you don't have any of this, we have some in-house that you can purchase if you want to, or we can buy it for you for a discounted rate. So muscle floss is awesome because what it does is it provides compression and support. And when you can do that, and really the compression is like a deeper compression, so it's almost the same as like when we give you a massage and we compress the area. So putting this on and then putting movement into a joint especially helps a lot with stability, and it just helps kind of release the area too. So I'm going to show you how to do this first on your ankles. So the way that you're going to muscle floss the ankles, you're just going to bring the foot up. You're going to have to wrap this pretty tight. So put it here. You're going to wrap this around, all right? And this takes a minute because you've got a lot of 30 minutes. I might just cut. It doesn't show me just flossing forever. Almost done. Okay, so then when you get to the end of it, you're going to take it and you're going to tuck it right into that floss. So just like that. All right, so now we're going to do a couple of things. First, now it needs to be really nice and tight. We're not going to leave this on for more than like 2.5 minutes. So first we're just going to point and flex the foot. That's it. I want you to point and flex the foot. Let's give it a good 30 times. Once you've done that, you are going to do clockwise circles. Do that about 20 times, and then you're going to go counterclockwise. Do that about 20 times. Once you have done that, you are going to stand on the ground and you are going to just do calf raises. So let's do 15 calf raises with that. You're only going to do this on the ankle that is bugging you. That's it. You don't have to do it on the other ankle. So once you've done that and then combined with all the stuff that you just did with Madison, that's going to really, really help your stability for your ankle. So this is something I want you to do probably at least 3 times a week, the muscle flossing. So the next thing that you're going to floss is you're going to floss your knee. So you're having trouble with and I know you're having trouble with the left ankle. I did an example on the right ankle. Sorry about that. You're having trouble with your right knee. So what you're going to do is the same thing. You're just going to take this floss and you are going to wrap it around. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wrap it around above the knee. I'm not going to actually go over the knee. So we're just going to go right around. Okay. And then once you do that, once again, you're going to tuck it in there. So what I want you to do now is once this floss is on here, you're going to straighten and bend. That's all you're going to do. You're going to do that about 30 times. Now I would recommend doing this without pants on, shorts maybe, or whatever. If you're at home, who cares? So yeah, do that 30 times. And then the next thing that I want you to do is just some slow squats. So you're just going to squat with that on and do that about 15 times. Nice, slow and controlled squats. You don't have to go super deep. You want your knees to track with your feet and just do those squats. The next thing I want you to do is just a couple little stretches. So you're going to stretch from side to side. So we're going to kind of get the adductors a little bit. So we're just going to bend the knee here and we're going to stretch and then we're going to come back up and then we're going to bend the knee and then we're going to come back up and then you're going to do it on the other side. Do that about 10 times on each side. Again, you don't have to muscle floss the other knee because this is the knee you're having issues with. So, it's burning. Something burning.
I smell nothing. Go.
Next thing we're going to do is a foam roller to the adductors. So again, you're having the knee issues over here. So we're going to put the foam roller vertically and then we're going to get right down on top of that foam roller. So what you're going to do is you're going to bend this leg. You're going to put that muscle right on top of that foam roller. So you can hold it if you want to. You can move the leg around if you want to. You can roll. Rolling is gonna be really, really good. And what you wanna do is you wanna hit it at different angles. So bring it up. If you need to just, if it's really tender, just sink it in there. Bring it up a little further, sink it in there, bring it back down closer to the knee. This is not gonna feel good, like at all. You can straighten the leg and bend the leg, move that muscle around because that's gonna help loosen that muscle a lot quicker. So this next stretch that you're gonna do is a couch stretch. I'm gonna let Madison demonstrate it because she has more mobility than I do, and I would probably botch it. So we're gonna watch her do this real quick. Madison? Okay, so she's gonna do the couch stretch for us. So what you're gonna do first is you're gonna go ahead and get down on the ground. You're gonna want a pillow back here like she has against the wall. And then she's gonna put her knee on that pillow because that's going to provide you a little support. She's going to scoot that lower leg all the way back to the wall. Now, a lot of times you'll see people do this stretch with the knee forward. That's not how it's supposed to be. The leg is supposed to be all the way back towards that wall. So now there's variations of this. If you don't have the mobility to come up from this position, and notice that her other leg is here. So she has the mobility. She can come up just like this without arching her back or bringing her chest forward. She has a nice neutral spine. If you cannot do this, the other variation is to keep your hands on the floor and just do it like that. Now, if you have trouble doing it like this, you can put the foot down and actually just stay with your knee on the ground. So some people have and this is me. I have a really big lack of mobility with this. So I have to start off here for just a few seconds and then I can put my foot up. Okay, so you just do whatever is good for you. But Madison, go ahead and demonstrate one more time coming up. So see, again, she's not arching the back. Nothing is curved, weird. She's coming up straight and everything is a nice neutral position. Thank you, Madison. The next thing she is going to demonstrate is some glute work on the foam roller and the lacrosse ball. So she's going to grab the foam roller first. And you can do this on the ground, or you can put the foam roller against a wall and just mash into it. But this is probably the best way to do it because when you're on the ground, you just get more leverage. So you're going to sit right on top of that foam roller. You're going to lean to one side and you are going to roll that glute out. So, and you definitely want to pay attention to the top of the glute because a lot of times that's where a lot of tension is held. And in the glute minimus also, when it's really, really tight, it can actually activate some sciatica type pain. So yeah, and see she's moving around, rolling around, getting all of those different little spaces. Oh, heck yeah, you can. Also, you can cross it over. So like you can cross that leg over. Yeah, get some good stretches in there. So that's really, really good. So do that with the foam roller. And then if you need some extra trigger point work, which you probably do because you have the low back pain, yeah, you're gonna need the lacrosse ball. So one of my favorite variations is to do it against the wall on the glute. So you're just gonna put that on the wall and then find those spaces in your glute on either side where you feel trigger points or like deep pain. And you're just gonna mash into there. If you wanna roll it around a little bit, you can, or you can just mash until you feel like it releases a little bit. And that is all for your warm-up, workout, and recovery. Goodbye.